We're gonna run it for another 2 minutes, and then we're gonna go. Scott did forget to start the countdown timer. Mike, how you doing? MJ, how you doing, man? Microman and Toot, since you guys are both loving the thumbnail, yeah, MJ is going to be minting those into NFTs. Yeah. If you guys want to support the channel, yeah, definitely pick that up. And Microman, happy birthday!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome to the dark side of the Podcast Live. The Podcast is your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door and discussing what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. And you know what? I'm not going to say any more of this intro monologue. You guys have been listening to this for a solid year now. And I haven't written a new one, so I'm gonna get to it. All right, we're gonna get there. We're just not there right now. I've had a busy couple of days, but I'm gonna talk about something I didn't think I'd be talking about again. I wouldn't come back around to it. I'm wearing the shirt, ladies and gentlemen. AMP is pumping. The first time I haven't gotten to say that in a long time, but I made a video just a couple days ago, and I told you guys I made a good purchase at .021. They can only go so low sometimes. They really can. Now, this is the one that's going to be a little bit of speculation on this one, and of course I have my opinion. And my opinion is simply it's AMP's turn. You know, when these things drop and when they get just so low, a company that you're talking about with $1 billion valuation, that token can only go down so far. Now, this is still crypto, and to say that it's at its all-time low or that it cannot go lower is that's almost gross negligence. And if anybody was to say that on a YouTube video of any kind, I would just I would crusade against them, because how dare you? That would be to suggest that no company has ever failed. And clearly, companies fail. They fail all the time. They fail today. So, yeah, it can always go lower. But for this particular one, I felt it was real close to at the bottom. I made a large purchase. I jumped out at like 235. So I got my 15%. I was real happy with that, and we're good. But it's going to be fun just to see this thing take off. I think it's its turn on Coinbase. That's my opinion of this. Even when the market is crushing. Right now, we just shed off a whole lot of Bitcoin value today. So everything's down. The stuff I'm in is down. I don't know about everybody else, but the stuff that I'm in is down. But AMP has managed to make its move today. I think it's Coinbase pump. But we see this regardless of the market conditions. We will constantly see these little baby tokens, these little, penny tokens, pumping 30, 40% in a single day. And then you come back and visit it next day and it's down 80%. So not only did it give it back, it gave it back plus. We see this all the time. All right, so I'm not going to actually tie any value to this one. But for the AMP community, I promise you're going to be seeing a whole bunch of videos coming out about AMP and how they all knew it and they talked about it. Yeah. So you're going to be seeing that. So for the AMP folks, get ready for some technical analysis. It's coming your way. The shine is kind of off AMP. I don't think anybody, you know what? I don't think anybody really kids themselves about that. There's maybe 2 or 3 channels that regularly talk about AMP, and even the people who regularly talk about AMP don't talk about AMP anymore. They've moved on to Chronos or something else. They've all kind of moved on. I still love the community, man. I think it's great. They're passionate. I may disagree with them fundamentally about what this is, what it can do, how it should be used, and all that. We might have some disagreements, but overall, I mean, I still like the idea. I like it. I've never seen the value in crypto spends. I don't. But here's the good news, and I made the video about this today. During the Grayscale interview with Tyler, and this was not to show off AMP, it's so Grayscale could show off Flexa. That's what it was for. It was for their investors, not for a crypto. But he announced, he let it loose, he showed his phone, he did all that other good stuff, that they are going to release the SDK coming out next week. We've been waiting for this forever. This thing was promised last summer. So they missed their window by just a little bit, but I hope they missed it because they wanted to make it work right. So I hope that's where we're at. But this is what's great about this particular thing is because now we're going to know. We're going to find out. We are going to see if the merchants also see value in crypto spends, and they're going out of their way to get the SDK to integrate it, to put it into their POS, and that way anybody who can show up wants to pay with the spend app, wants to pay with crypto. Boom, here you go. Scan here, boom, off, and you're running. So now we'll know. And I think that that's very, very important, and it's particularly important for this particular community. Now, I can speculate. It's what I do here, man. We're opinion editorial. I am allowed to speculate. I'm not going to poo-poo it. I'm just saying I'm allowed to. So I would put out something to the AMP community. I absolutely would. You guys have been hammering me just endlessly for a good ever 6 months, ever since I stepped off the reservation and said, let's look at this rationally. Let's look at this objectively. And I've been getting hammered ever since then. So I would put that out to the AMP community. And if there's any real strong AMP zealots out here, I would love to put it out to you. If I created a product that you wanted to purchase and I integrated the Flexa SDK, would you flock to it and spend your crypto? Because for 6 months, you said you would. So if it was available, and this is a product that you can use, this isn't like, PEC implants or something like this. This is something that you would use every single day of your life. So if that product existed and you could pay for it with crypto through Flexa, would you do it? Will you flock to it? Because you promised that you would as soon as it's available. Well, come next week, it's going to be available. So this is one of those put up or shut up moments. So I'm kind of excited for this one. I've always kind of been of the opinion that people are all for crypto spends as long as it's somebody else doing it, as long as it's somebody else spending their crypto and you're profiting on it because you own AMP, and AMP is a use case token. The more it gets used, gets organic growth. So I've always kind of been of that opinion, but we're going to find out. That's the fun part, man. I love it because now we get to find out. I love when a promise is delivered. I absolutely love it because now you get to see. I can make the argument right now. I know how this whole thing is going to go. The podcast, Scott's crystal ball is crystal clear on the images are very, very clear on this one. I'm not going to get into it here because I'm in a good mood today. I'm very upbeat, so I don't want to poo-poo on anybody's dreams. But the crystal ball has given me very good images, and I know how this one's going to go. I know how the arguments are going to go. I know this one is just perfectly well illustrated to me, so I'm excited to get into that. But that is kind of where I'm at on this one, is that now that it's available, now that it'll be here, now that it's going to be utilized, now that it's going to be in places where you can spend your crypto, are you going to spend your crypto? Now, we're not talking about utility coins. I don't think anybody's going to spend their utility coins. People aren't going out of their way to spend their Ethereum. They're just not. But stable coins, UST, USDC, stable coins, dollar, pegged to the dollar coins, why not spend those? I've made the counter argument that you can do better just putting it on White Whale. I've made videos showing you how to get it to White Whale. 19.6. It's actually up now, Emery. Did you know that? They actually upped the APR of the pool. They actually upped it. Yeah, man. I'll show it to you. It used to be 0.1. Now it's 0.76. So you're talking about that's a pretty big number, dude. All right. That is a big number when you're talking about UST because UST is worth $1. And it'll always be worth $1. So I was going to mention that to you and tell you to get to the bottom of it. Tell me why they bumped that so much, dude, because that's a big bump. I mean, that is a really big bump. It was sitting happily at 0.1. Now it's at 0.76. I'll even pull it up to make sure I'm right and that I'm not talking completely out of my buttocks here. So let me pull that up real quick, and we're going to take a look. And, oh, no, there it is. Look, 19.55% APY. APY, guys, because it auto-compounds. And the Vault APR is now 0.76%. For a long time, it's been sitting at 0.1. So, Emery, we're talking about a big, big jump here. Why did that thing go up that much? That's what you asked what you're going to talk about today. I'd like you to get to the bottom of that. Tell me why that number went up so much, dude. Because you combine up that Anchor APY with the Vault APR, and you're over 20%. All right? That's a big number for UST. But let me get back to it. I'm not going to chase the lights this much, guys. So, the argument that we've been making on this for a long time has been, why not spend stable coins? Now, my counter argument is, why would you not put those stable coins, those $1 peg tokens, why would you not put them into White Whale and get now 20% on them? So in order for this to be advantageous to you, you would have to be, as a consumer, incentivized greater than 20% before it is mathematically advantageous for you to spend your stable coins. So the whole other argument that I was going with this one is kind of been Anchor just wiped that out. They just said, no, don't do that. So the last remaining thing, the big thing, the one that would push you over is going to have to be fiat, because there are 1,000 different reasons not to spend your crypto. There just absolutely are. It's a taxable event. Emery, you're the tax guy here, man. Is it a taxable event?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So spending your crypto is not only are you taking it out of your taking it out of your wallet and giving it to somebody else for opportunity costs and so forth, but now it's a taxable event. Absolutely. So we're going to end up with fiat. But again, I want to see if people are willing to embrace it. They said they would. They promised they would. Couldn't wait. Just people going out of their way to show how this is the new way to go. So I promise you, man, this will come directly out of my pocket because I want to see. I'm curious. It has piqued my curiosity. We're going to stand it up. We're going to build it. We're going to see if people will spend their crypto. And either way, you know what? We get to the bottom of it, and I'm very excited about that. So, guys, we're having a short monologue tonight. We have nothing particular scheduled for tonight's show. I think we're going to dedicate it to money because, we are a crypto show. Money matters. But I think we're going to dedicate it to that because there's some weirdness going on. And I really want to get down to the bottom of this one. So, Belle, if we have no questions, comments, or concerns, Emery and I are going to have a go here.
All right. So we actually do have a few, interesting and hilarious comments. Leanson right before the show. And yeah, I'm calling you out on this one, dude. And for once, you were on time. Yay. All right. So, Leanson, when I get in the podcast university, I will be able to spot the upside down Titanic, iceberg, polar star, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, pineapple formation.
The hell is he on about? Oh, he thinks
he was talking about TA.
You think we're going to do technical analysis? Look, dude, the only chart I care about is the one that shows me what happened. I promise you that one's accurate. All right, carry on, Bill, please.
Microman, and happy birthday, Microman.
Oh.
But Microman. Oh, do you have a sound effect for happy birthday?
You know what? We'll give him a round of applause, too. Hey! Until he tells me how old he is, because if he's younger than me, then he's going to get this one.
Hey, you.
Right there, pal. All right. Get to it,
All right.
pal.
So, Microman, when talking about people spending their crypto, spend your crypto in the podcast merch store?
No, we ain't going to have a merch store, dude. Look. We're a little nub of a channel, man. We recognize it. We are niche of niche. Now, we have a lot of passion. We have a lot of energy. We are very smart money here. And I would argue that pretty much anybody who's been coming along with us on the Cosmos ride, on the Terra ride, is most likely profitable all the way across the board because it is very, very smart money. But as far as blowing it out to the point where people are going to go out of their way to buy a podcast t-shirt, babe, that's not going to happen. We can't even do it on YouTube without 10,000 subscribers. We've been at this for over a year and about 3 months now, and we are just barely over 5,000. I don't even see how we get to 10. So no, there's not going to be any podcast merch, but I appreciate the sentiment. I think the very first one we should do, Bell, if we ever did do it, is we're going to put a podcast logo right here and then Emery's just face. Emery, say something so we can get you up on screen. Emery.
What? I don't want my face.
Oh, yeah. Right there, guys. What do you think? That smiling face in front of his microphone just pasted right, taking up the entire front of the t-shirt and just a little podcast logo up on top. I think that would be great. I'll tell you what, dude, if you'll let me do it, I will wear it every show. I promise you. I don't
think people want to see my face, man.
I will wear the Emery every show. I'll tell you what, let's put it up to the audience. Would you guys buy that t-shirt? Because I don't care what you say. That is awesome. I would wear it every single show. And if people will wear that t-shirt, I'll tell you what, we'll print some up and we'll give them away. I think that would be great. All right, Belle, what else we got?
All right, so Leanson, Scott, I will spend $1 million boot next week if the SDK is available.
I'm just saying, man. Look, I watched the interview. All right, I was there for the whole thing. I know, that I'm like having a go at AMP. I'm not. I want them to be. I want everyone to be successful. I absolutely do. All right, I want nothing but success in the crypto community. It's good for us. It's good for mankind. It's good for everybody. I want nothing but success here. So, of course, I am going to watch that interview. I want to see if he's going to drop any bombs, and he did. And the bomb was that next week the SDK is coming. I'm not making it up. That's what the man said. It was confirmed. It's all over the app. People have that little frame up there. It will be released next week, so we're going to find out. That's all I'm saying on that one is that we will find out. And if it's there, I'm going to have a product for you to purchase using the Flexa app or the Flexa SDK. You can pay with crypto, and I'll be able to count precisely how many people used it. So it's going to get to the bottom of a lot of stuff. I'm excited for the opportunity, and personally, I think you guys would love the product. Anyway, Belle, please carry on.
All right, Jack Sparrow also talking about the SDK. What does Scott mean? Peck implants are not used? Great product.
No. What you got? We were having a joke about it, man. It's a show joke, peck implants, because for some reason they said, Scott, you hunch over on your chair. Well, my mic, because of my mic stand and all that, I have to lean forward to really put some power into the mic sometimes. But they said when I do that, I'm like sunken chested. So I said, well, I'll just get peck implants. I'll be up here like the damn Dwayne Johnson, just as big ass peck implants. I think it'd be funny as hell. You're not any stronger, but you sure look better. So no, they're not going to be peck implants. But like I said, that's just an internal. Internal joke for the show. Belle, please carry on.
Dote on quotes. Can you share percentage of portfolio right now in Apollo, Sifchain, White Whale, AMP, Crescent, and Osmo, of course?
Yeah, hang on. So we're going to come over here. We are going to go to Ape. That's a very specific question, by the way. Now, I have no problem with this. This is my YouTube wallet. I created this for the YouTube channel. We started this with $2,500 back in December, and you can see the current value on our Ape board. All right, you can't fake the Ape board. If you don't have the money in the wallet, you cannot just create this out of thin air. We got one that's not hooking up. Secret Network Staking, Emery, is not hooking up. Well, it's Secret Network. So, look, guys, here's my breakdown. You asked for it. There it is. And, by the way, this was hat tip to Emery. He was the one who put me onto the Ape board. I didn't want to do it. I was like, I don't want to do all this work and all that. But he said, you know what? It might come out useful someday. And this is that very moment, almost like we planted the question. We didn't, but there's my breakdown. So you guys the person who asked that question?
That was Dote on quotes.
All right, Dote on quotes. You want to see my breakdown? There's my breakdown. So there is, you're showing up a lot in there in others. I don't know if it's completely accurate because I have a lot more sitting in Apollo than 0.09% of my total portfolio. So maybe that chain allocation might be off a little bit, but that's a pretty good idea of what we have, where it is. I have no problem sharing it. Look, these are the tokens that I own. These are the values of the tokens that I own. These are the pools that I'm bonded in and how much. This is my Apollo. There's my delegation, my validators. There's everything. It's all here. So, yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what. If nothing else, excellent question. Here's my breakdown. I'm mostly osmosis. Bell, please carry on.
That was actually the last question for the moment.
Good, because me and Emery are going to have a go here. Emery, are you ready?
I don't know. We're going to have a go on.
We're going to be talking about Crescent, all right? Because Emery and I have we're not exactly ideologically aligned on this one. So if you guys are not familiar with Crescent Network, you should probably, or Crescent, then you should. I did a little video on it. I was just showing where it is, and I have no moral particulars about this one, why it exists and so forth. But Emery, who you guys know is deeply into crypto and all things crypto, and particularly everything that has gone into the development of crypto, has probably got a little bit of insight on this one. Now, the shocking thing to me is the TVL that came up in Crescent, because that thing went from zero to $75 million TVL in 4 days. That's impressive for anybody, particularly out away from any kind of centralized anything. But for that to go there, man, just absolutely exploded. Now, Emery's not exactly a fan. Or am I mistaken here, dude?
Yeah, Crescent isn't my favorite DEX or token, but I'm sure it'll have its place sooner or later in the cosmos.
Okay, where is it going to have its place? I guess that's my question, man, because when I went over there and I manipulated it, it's Osmo, all right? It is osmosis. It functions the same way Osmo functions. I mean, there is absolutely no difference about that. And so I'm trying to see where is the value that it's bringing to this, because it is effectively identical to Osmo. The mechanics of it are identical to osmosis. Where is it bringing the value aside from leeching value away from osmosis? Because that $75 million had to come from somewhere. It had to come from somewhere. So I'm just kind of wondering what particular value are they going to be bringing to this? What do you think, dude?
I don't know, but I think people like shiny new things. So I think that's where a lot of the money flocked to.
Is that where we're gonna go? We're gonna go with the shiny new things. Look, guys,
I think that's where it came from, really.
If you guys watch our videos, man, we talk about this a lot. All right, we really, really do talk about this a lot. And one of the best ways to be very, very to be profitable, if we're talking about money, you asked to see my money, I showed you my money. But if you want to be profitable on DEXs, and we are getting more and more and more DEXs, and by the way, Emery and I are just about to have this argument because we are definitely at odds on this. What you can smile, dude. All right, we talked about it. We said we were going to do this. So one of the best ways to be profitable on DEXs, and This is what we see day after day after day are new dexes, new dexes, new dexes. But one of the ways to be very, very profitable on them is to be in them on day one. Now, Crescent was a perfect example of that because that token exploded. If you were in on it day one, you were up 40% day two. I mean, that thing just absolutely exploded. All the money was pouring in. People are locking. Those APRs were absolutely insane. So money flew into there real quick. Now, they don't have a lockup period. You could pull your liquidity at any time, and people damn sure did because that thing went up and down like a meteor. I mean, it was just crushed. But this is what you're going to see on these dexes. Now, I've been having the argument for a while, and me and Emery are going to have this right now. I think we have too many. I don't think that they're bringing any kind of unique value to the DeFi, man. Look, we got enough. We have enough dexes. There's no token I can't get right now. None that exists on a dex right now. So unless they are going to build this thing in a beautiful and unique way, they're going to offer a service that nobody's offered yet. They're going to just be completely innovative. I'm seeing them as cash grabs. That's where I'm looking at them right now. Now, I know you said you had a different opinion, Emery, so I would love you to change my mind. I am wide open on this, man. You give me a good argument, dude, and I will change my tune. So, Emery, please tee it up.
Well, let's first define your argument. What's your argument?
My argument is we got too damn many dexes. That's my argument. We have more dexes than we have crypto products by a long shot. By a long shot. I can go up and down the chain and say dex, 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 dex. Oh, look, there's Orchid, which is actually a product. Dex, 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 dex. Oh, look, there's Jackal, which is actually a product. And then I can go down 12 more places, counting off 12 more dexes. At what point does this stop being money passing from A to B to C? Because what the hell are you investing in now? So I understand you have a different argument. I'd love to hear it, Emery, so please serve it up.
Sure. I would suspect that the capitalist and anyone would argue that there is no such thing as too many of anything, because that the people who want a particular product, who think one product is superior to another, will eventually flock to that product, and other ones that are less desirable will drop off.
And I'd agree with that, man. In fact, I agree with competition drives innovation. It absolutely inspires innovation from a pure capitalist standpoint. I absolutely agree with you on that one. But I want you to look at the market. I want you to look at the overall makeup of crypto. Do you say, how many times do we come on here? How many times have we had meetings with people who got absolutely shellacked in crypto? And what's the same thing that we hear from them almost every time? I didn't know what I was buying. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it is. How many people, give me a breakdown, an estimate. Dude, you live here. How many people are on central exchanges and have never left versus people out in the DeFi? Break it up.
In
I'm
the
not going to
entire crypto world?
Yeah.
I would say people who've never left a central exchange, I would say well over half. I think that's pretty fair.
And I want to say 70-30. I do. I want to say 70-30.
Yeah. I could agree with that.
Yeah. So out of the 70% of the people who have never left the central exchanges, and they're buying Mirror Protocol, do they have any damn idea what Mirror is, aside from a cursory reading that shows up on Coinbase? Do they know it's a DEX?
Of that 70%, I would say anywhere from maybe 30 to 50% maybe actually know what it is.
I'll give you that.
Half don't.
Yep. So you have all of these DEXs that are all over here and people that are just pouring money into them that have no damn idea what they are. They have no damn idea what they are, how they work. They don't know. But a new one will come up. Coinbase will damn sure list it because they've been listing sketchy products lately. And people
I don't know the last Coinbase listing.
What's that?
I don't know the last Coinbase listing. I have no idea what's going on over there.
We're going to give 500,000 we're going to give 500,000 boot right now to anybody who can tell me the latest Coinbase listing. Put it in chat, I'll send you 500,000 boot if you have a Kepler wallet. So I know that offline we were talking about this and you said there will always be external money pouring in, legacy money pouring into crypto, and I would agree with that. I believe that they will. But this is not educated money. All right, this is not smart money. This is not well-read money that understands every single nuance of blockchain. And they are going to glom on to a high market cap, a high valuation. They're just going to glom onto that because they say, oh, look, it's safe. This thing is worth $4.4 billion. It's absolutely safe. And tomorrow it crashes 35%. This is crypto, man. This is what happens. So I fundamentally disagree with that. Or with what they're doing. I'm feeling like so many of these things are just absolutely cash grabs. They are being built and designed to leech money out of people. They're not bringing anything unique. They are bringing no innovation, and they are effectively diluting the market. That is my argument, period, is that they are diluting the market because these things are going up faster than capital is coming into crypto. There is a reason that I am invested in effectively no DEXs. I am staying the hell away from them. I'll grab them for a day or two. I'm a pragmatist. I know they'll go up. I know that it's going to go up on those first couple of days, and I'm more than willing to risk my money to prove that out. But they're not sustainable. I don't see it as sustainable, and I will pull my money out. Look at Crescent. Could I give you a better example than Crescent? I mean, we just saw it live. So yeah, that's kind of where my argument is on this one, and it is specifically for these reasons that I am pushing more education, information, and products because I just see greater value there than people chasing after, mere protocol or something like that. So I thought it'd be fun to have the conversation. And you know what? I don't think either of us won.
And I don't disagree with everything you say. However, I will point out that if you say you're a pragmatist and you are, and you want to invest in those DEXs, then I would say that you're part of the population that actually does dilute the money.
And I very well could be, but my counter to that is that I care more about my money than I care about Emery's money. Nothing personal, dude. All right,
True.
I love you.
And theoretically, everyone should care about their own money more than anyone else's money. That being said, if everyone's rational, everyone is doing the exact same thing you are.
And you know what? Honestly, I hope they are. Clearly they're not because I'm profiting well in a bearish of the bear market, and not everybody can say that. So obviously, not everybody's doing what I'm doing. But
sure. And going back to that, yeah, absolutely. So when people are rational, they will do what they can to maximize their utility. That's just basic microecon 101, right?
It is.
People do what they can to maximize their happiness, or money in this case, as it's usually transferred to. And
from their wallet to my wallet, and it makes me very happy. Yes.
Right. And that's a rational person might do something that you are doing. And let's just pretend, in this perfect economic world that everyone is a rational thinker. They're going to do exactly what you're doing, right? And they're going to pull out the exact right time. They're going to go in at the exact right time, use the DEX, then get out, right? Yep. So that being the case, what is wrong with new DEXs?
Again, man, look, what unique position are they bringing? What unique value are they bringing?
They don't have to. They don't have to.
So no, I mean, it supports the cash grab argument. It absolutely does, because you seem to be agreeing with me that they are effectively cash grabs for rational investors.
I think some are. I think some aren't.
Okay, how about this? Let me change.
I think. Yeah.
No. Finish your thought. I'm sorry. You're all done. Okay.
Yeah, I think some DEXs are. I think some DEXs are not.
Okay, which one's a cash grab? I want you to name it.
Name a DEX that's a cash grab?
Yeah, let's do it, dude. This is podcast, man. We don't back away from anything. Tell me the DEX that is about to just be very, very upset. Not like they'll see this little video, but I want you to name one. Tell me which one is a cash grab.
It's hard to say, and also I don't know if I'm qualified to say that. I'm especially representing a company right now, so.
That's right. You can't.
Anyone, so.
Okay. Well, I have.
I don't want my opinion to reflect on the companies. That's all.
I get it, man. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have asked that question. That's naughty on Scott. Scott gets his own.
Hey, you.
That's my sound.
I'm willing to say. I'm willing to say that some dexes are crash grabs. I'm not disillusioned of that. But my question is, why is that a net negative to you?
Well, I mean, it's not for me. All right, because dude, I profit the hell out of these things. I really do. Guys, look, for the podcasts, I do things that I don't put on video, all right, and I certainly don't advocate for. I'm willing to do it because it's my money. All right, and we are not a financial advice channel by any means. We're not. So I'm more than happy and more than willing to do this with my money. All right, the value of my wallet that continues to go up, up, up. This doesn't come from just simple APRs. All right, this also comes from me doing very hyper aggressive moves that I don't put on video because I don't want someone to emulate me. It's not that I think I'm so smart and that I'm doing something that I can't share. It's because I'm willing to risk my money, but I'm not willing to risk your money. And I hope you understand the difference there. All right. It is literally about caring. I think the good long-term APR strategy with getting in good products, good investments with really good, healthy returns, and with a product that you can see a path for, I think it's an excellent strategy. That's what I do. So, yeah, man, I'm a big, big, big fan of that. But what else I do, I don't put on video, all right? I don't share it with I don't do any of that because it's my money, it's my risk. So I've been able to also bump this wallet by making just hyper-aggressive moves, and it's things like Crescent. All right, I just made a bunch of money on that. I did very, very well on Crescent because I understand the nature of it. Pragmatist. Again, pragmatist. And if I'm aware that when a new DEX goes up, money's going to pour in, they're going to spike, native tokens are going to go up, it's very easy to take advantage of that. It's effectively day trading DEXs. So, but I'm not a day trader anymore, and I'm not going to advocate it because I don't want you to be a day trader. If you do your research, figure it out, and make your moves, but I'm not going to push for that. I want you to be safe. And APRs, time is on your side. Good products, time is on your side. More development, time is on your side. And I think that's a better long-term investment strategy. All right. I'm like a junkie. All right. I cannot see an opportunity and not move on it. I just can't, man. I'm sick. All right. I have a sickness in me. Emery hasn't been able to talk me off the ledge, and I keep going and going and going. And one of these times you're going to ask to see my breakdown. I'm going to pull up that 8-board, and you're going to see like $4,000 in there. And just me in tears saying, I don't know what the hell happened, man. I thought I was going to be there, man, but it didn't work out. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen who are joining us tonight, I hope you guys enjoyed our little discussion. We like to do this, all right? And we absolutely like to have goes at each other, man. Look, we don't agree on everything, all right? Fundamentally, we're pretty much lockstep. But how you get from A to B to C, Emery and I have some different opinions, and we just thought it'd be fun to share these ones with you. Emery falls back on his. I'll tell you what, he has never fallen back on his credentials. He's never said, "Well, I went to college for this. I have a master's degree in economics." So he's never fallen back on his credentials. Because as soon as you do that in an argument, you just lost the argument, man. It's like saying, you should believe me because I have letters after my name. So he's never done that. And, and I bless him for it. And I just thought you guys would get a kick out of seeing us do this because we haven't done this before on the channel. So with that, Belle, do we have any questions, comments, concerns, or observations?
We do have a few. And to answer your question from earlier about what was the last thing released on Coinbase, Armando Delgado was the first one chiming in with Mina.
Okay, I should have asked him what it does. Emery, look that one up real quick while I'm transferring some money. I need your Osmo address.
Spell that, Bell.
I know this.
We're not in Mike. I is in India. N is in November. A is in Alpha.
Okay, we're not in tune with new Coinbase listings. We don't do this anymore. So, okay, Bell, ask your question, please.
All right, Microman, will Fetch move over into Osmosis proper, and when will we see LPs?
That's a good question. Let me third screen this one because I think this is what you guys are, or this is specifically what he's asking for. So if you come over here to Osmosis permissionless, Osmosis Frontier, and this is the wildest of the Wild West as far as this stuff goes, you can see right here, Fetch. So currently there's only one... There there are LPs, but there's no actual APR. You just get swaps for them. And these numbers are just low, low, low. I had $5 loose, so I went ahead and put it in there just so I could track it. And this is it right here. Pool 681. There's a 682 that also has Fed in it. So you can see the total pool liquidity here is $46,000. Now for Osmo, that's low. All right, that is barely even on the radar. So that number is going to have to get up to 7 figures before you're going to see that start rolling over to Osmosis, man. They have some, but I think at first we have some very low pools even on Osmosis proper, but that was at a time where they just took everything. All right, they just give us everything. We got time. Let us build it out. So they took everything, but now they've gotten to the point where, there's billions of dollars in LPs sitting right there in Osmosis. So they can be a little bit more picky about it. I think they're just waiting to see how this one fleshes out. So if it gets there and they get the 7 figures and enough people are in there, I think you'll see it move over to Osmosis proper. I love FET. I love Fetch. I've never shied away from that. I've been talking about Fetch as long as I've been talking about AMP. Great products. They have a lot of development that's going on over there. It's very exciting. And you know what? It's not a DEX. So obviously it's going to give me a little bit of a nod there. All right, Belle, please carry on.
All right, Ghetto Crypto with jumping in with a comment. All right, good people of the podcast, everyone stay sharp during these times, and shout out to Belle. Thank you, Ghetto Crypto.
Look at that. We'll give him a round of applause. Ghetto Crypto gets a round. Nobody gives Belle shout outs anymore. Look, guys, the show doesn't run without her. All right, it absolutely doesn't. You've seen me go on alone. You guys have seen me when everybody's busy and it's just me, man. That is a horror show. All right. That is an hour of me fumbling through this, trying to figure out what the hell she does so that I can try to do it. And you cannot keep a train of thought going and trying to figure out what she does. And all of your tip money doesn't go to me, man. Look, I don't need your dough. All right. It goes to Belle. You are paying the producer, and she thanks you for each and every one of them. Belle, please carry on.
All right, Miggle Niggle. Happy birthday to Microman. I'm new to the channel. I've been watching your past videos. I only wish that your videos were arranged in 2 folders, a beginner folder and an advanced folder.
Well, it's funny that you should mention that. And we've been discussing how to go about it. So we are in the process of building out the Podcast University. And this is going to be a day 1 crypto. That means you've never even heard of it before. You have no idea what blockchain is. So we are building out the curriculum right now to take you from day 1 to you don't need to watch YouTube videos anymore. That is what we're doing, but we're building out the curriculum. So in that case, the one thing we haven't worked out yet is, do we put it on this channel in like a members folder? But I don't want to do that, because for me to do that, I have to charge you money. And I don't want to be one of those guys. I absolutely do not want to be one of those guys that says, look, we have all the secrets and all the answers to everything you might want, but you got to buy our book. We don't want to be that guy. So we haven't figured out if we want to do that or spin off another channel, the Podcast University channel. And in that case, we would keep all of the beginner stuff. That's the A to B to C, ordered, proper, correct. You start here, you get to here, and by the time you get to here, you don't need to watch YouTube videos to know crypto anymore. So we haven't figured out how to do it. Belle and Emery are discussing that. I'll tell you what, we'll put it out to the audience. Which one do you guys think would be more advantageous to you, particularly for new investors? If I could just say, go over to the Podcasts University channel, and you can work all the way through them. So we're not doing that because we're trying to gin up views or anything like that. We're doing that because you need this information as a new crypto investor, as a person who's new, doesn't really quite understand what the hell you're putting your money in. This is the invaluable data that is going to save you thousands and thousands of dollars. People get shellacked every single day in crypto, 100% raked, because they don't know. They don't know what they don't know. So we're building a curriculum that will tell you so that you know what you don't know. That's what we're trying to build out there. Look, man, it's free, dude. We ain't charging anybody. We like to do it. We like to help people. So which one you guys think would be more advantageous? And as you are going to more than likely be the viewers, we'll build it out however you want. That was an excellent question. Thank you very much. You get a round of applause. Belle, please carry on, man.
Guy with the pink hat. Any thoughts on SWTH token?
I'm gonna punt this one over to Emery. Emery, what do you think about that?
I think it's a neat ecosystem.
Carbon, yeah,
that's
man.
for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's to I believe the token basically is to, in the ecosystem, is to make like capital markets and exchanges a lot easier to deal with, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't I have a little bit invested in it because I like the idea of it. But if you're into capital markets, if you like I guess legacy exchanges in the real world, like the stock market and stuff like that, Carbon is meant to make that process easier. They have an SDK, if I'm not mistaken, and you can basically pull it and insert it into a protocol that it fits in, and make your own exchange very modular. So I like the idea of it.
I think it's cool. You're right. I'll tell you what. In the interest of full disclosure, that is how much Carbon I own. All right. I don't want to. Look, I show you what I get before I talk something up. I see the value in it, but I don't see it right now. It's a little bit tough. So, yeah. I mean, it's not a favorite of mine by any means. Obviously, I own 66 cents worth. But no, I mean, I guess I like the idea, but I'm not going to bet the farm on this one. So that's just me. Your mileage may vary. Belle, please carry on.
All right, and Ryan Deegan hit us with a $10 super chat saying very excited to hear Emery's view of Crescent. So Ryan, thank you for that. Dodon Quotes also hit us with a $10 super chat, flat out saying it was a food allowance for me.
It's food for Belle. She's so broke, man. I know. I gotta pay her. We're gonna have to change this up, or she ain't gonna do this anymore. And then I have to go hunting for. I'll advertise. Hey, who would like to produce a crypto show? That would be fun. Those would be fun interviews because nobody does a show like we do a show. All right, Belle, please carry on.
All right, so chiming on to tag teaming off of that from that $10 super chat, Leanson chiming in saying, well, we have now upgraded to premium ramen, and Microman is saying I can now add eggs. Yeah, thanks, guys.
You guys are killing it, Belle. All right, what do we got, or do we have to get into Sifchain here?
Sylvie you're down on Dexes, so are you now down on Sifchain? I missed the first 20 minutes, so I'm sure the updates were discussed.
No, I'm not precisely down on DEXs, all right? They are absolutely necessary for the DeFi to exist. DeFi, decentralized finance. We absolutely need decentralized exchanges. Absolutely. I am just down on some very specific ones that it's clear that they are just a cash grab, all right? They are pandering to the least common denominator for them to pour their money in and promise them riches. You see these things all over VVS, and crypto's hard enough, man. It is hard enough without hype mongers showing people the wrong way to do it. So I'm not a fan of that. I don't think YouTube as a whole helps this. And all around, I think it's a bad idea. And if this money was spent better, all of this money that is invested in these little hype projects, if it was spent better, you wouldn't recognize the DeFi right now. You absolutely would not recognize it. It'd be a whole different ballgame out here. So I'm not down on DEXs. I'm down on specific ones. And I'm sorry, man. Look, their DEXs going up like as much as meme coins, all right? Because for intents and purposes, man, they're about as hard to make. It's just not that tough, so I'm down on it, but we absolutely do need them. And I'm sorry, what was the second part of that question, Belle?
The second part of that was, bear with me a minute.
She doesn't know where we're at.
All right. So the second part of that question was just a comment saying I missed the first 20 minutes, so I'm sure the updates were discussed.
Oh, okay. Does that mean, Sifchain. Does that mean I'm down on Sifchain? Absolutely not. Sifchain is doing something unique. They're doing something innovative. Now, we're still waiting to see how this new proprietary money, how the new protocol goes in. So we're still kind of waiting to see how this thing fleshes out. Somebody clearly changed their mind on it because there was a big dump of Rowan earlier. I'm sure we all saw that, Cliff. So I think we're still kind of waiting to see how this one fleshes out. It's just gone live, guys. There is no way that we're going to be able to figure out and say this was a good thing, this was a great thing. There's a reason I'm not making Sifchain videos, all right? I don't want to accidentally push somebody into this if it's not working out. So we're going to make sure, because we're bringing Sifchain to the show. Now, they specifically said they wanted to wait until after the upgrade before we get them on the show. So we are getting them on the show. And they said by then the price will reflect the success of the new rewards module or model. So I'm not going to go stepping on it. We're going to bring the guy here. You're going to talk him up, and we're going to talk. You guys can talk to him directly, and there you go. So we're going to put it right there. I'm not down on Sifchain because I think what they do is very, very unique. I think it's necessary. I think it's great for the space. The fact that I can basically day trade Ethereum tokens for no fee. I mean, it's just rock bottom fees. And the fact that I could transfer these wrapped Ethereum tokens to anybody with a Kepler wallet, anybody with a Kepler wallet with Sifchain on there, I can transfer you any of those tokens. I'll pull it up and we'll see if it actually loads. They've had some loading issues here, but I can send these wrapped Sifchain tokens. I'm sorry, Ethereum tokens. I could send them anywhere. All you need is Kepler wallet, boom, you're off and running. So, no, I think that they are very, very unique in the space. I don't think it is a specific cash grab. I think they got a really, really great idea. But we got to see how this fleshes out, man, because what they did were radical changes, all right? These were big, big, big changes. So we'll see how that one goes. Belle, please carry on.
Microman, I think I know the answer given what you just said, but what do you think about the ethics of copy trade channels and schemes? Do they just take advantage of the clueless, or can they be educational?
You know, I don't want to, I have no opinion. I'm just going to go right there. I'm going to look, you guys can see my eyes just glazed over. So clearly I do. I don't want to get into it on here. All right. If you really want something like that, Scott@ThePodocasts.com, and my email works now. So I'm more than happy to take this online. I just don't want to get into attack mode right here. Belle, please carry on.
Mike, what's your opinion on the new and improved Sifchain?
Well, I think I just covered that.
Yeah.
I'm of no opinion right now, man. Look, we need the math to work, so we need to get into it. Emery, do you got a different opinion on that than me, man? Have you been following this? I'm sure you have.
No, man, I've been busy getting Jackal stuff done.
So you haven't even glanced at it. You understand that they changed their entire reward system. You're aware
Yeah,
of that one, right?
I'm hyper aware of like how it works. I just haven't actually visited Sifchain yet to see like how it's different and stuff like that.
Okay, fair enough.
I've not yet seen it.
Okay. And by the way, your microphone sounds wonderful. Don't you guys think that Emery sounds so much better now? All right. That was your money that purchased these Shure microphones for both Emery and Belle. That's also what you guys' tips go to. So thank you very much for helping them upgrade the show, and I hope you guys appreciate that. Belle, please carry on.
All right. PK Amory, what do you think about Apollo? Are you bullish?
You know, it's almost a loaded question. So I've done some Apollo videos. I like what's going on over there, but I don't want to influence people, man. I just want to tell you how it works. I just want to show you what's going on over here, how to do it if you happen to be interested in it. That's what we try to do as a channel, man. I don't want to tell you how to spend your money. Now, I don't know. Emery, where are you at on this one, dude? Are you more than comfortable telling people how to spend their money or not? Because I've never done it in all this time, and I really don't want to get into it. But, I don't know. How do I mask this answer? My Osmo rewards, my daily Osmo rewards, and you guys can see that 80% of my portfolio is osmosis. Everything that I make on there every day is going to Apollo. So I don't know if that's... you know what? I think it's good. And
I think you should read on what the various pools are, what they do, and various tokens over there. And if it sounds interesting to you, then you should invest in it. That's what I think.
That's a better answer than the one that I gave. Yeah. All of my rewards are going into Apollo. All right. I really dig it. My big pool, the one that I like the most is XDeFi. I love products. All right. And I understand that this is, it's a crypto wallet, but it is in fact a product. They have integrated bridges on this. It's not only a product, it's a cool product. All right. I really like it. It is necessary and will save you so many different steps when you're jumping around. So if you're on a lot of different chains, like I am, like Emery is, I mean, we are everywhere. And if you're on a lot of chains, if your wallet makes it easier, that's a good thing. And as more people start to get more educated and they're stepping away from the central exchanges coming out to the DeFi, honestly, 2 wallets that I'd recommend right now, 3 wallets, 4 wallets, 5. Damn it, man, there's no good way on doing this. I recommend shut up. I recommend Kepler. You got to have a Kepler wallet. Terra Station, man, you got to have a Terra wallet. You cannot function without a Terra wallet. XDeFi, because it will encompass a whole lot of these different things. Yeah, you know what? I'll just stop it there. Get those wallets, and you can more or less function according to the podcast and what we do. So there you go. Bell, please carry on.
Another loaded question. Ryan Deegan, what is the better investment on Apollo, XDeFi or Orion?
Oh. You know what? You're asking me. Before I do this, answer this question, I want to flash this frame up here. You guys see what that says? Is that really clear? Did I leave this up here long enough for YouTube not to pull my channel down if I say it? In my humble opinion, the humblest opinion, I'll tell you what, I have more money in XDeFi than I have in anything else. And I will leave it there. I don't know where Emery is balanced. I know, Emery, what's your favorite? You got your favorite pool over there.
I invest a lot in just the Apollo UST, but I think the best investment is the one you know the best.
Man,
if you know what Orion does, then it's probably a good investment for you, and you know it well. If you know what XDeFi does, and you know it well, then that's also probably a good investment for you. So if you don't know what either of them are, then don't invest in it.
No, if you don't understand them, man, look, don't invest on what I'm telling you. All right, I'm willing to risk my money, not your money. But for this particular one, I see a better path for the pool that I have the most money in. However, even on Apollo, I'm diversified. All right, I got money all over the place up there. And I took a big hit on my Netflix UST. I took a big hit on that one, Emery. Isn't that funny? That is funny.
You know why you did, right?
Oh, I know why I did. And it was funny. Yeah, for you guys who are not familiar, let's pull this up because I happen to be a fan. So why don't we show folks? So over here on this is Apollo. You can get there at app.apollo.farm. And they have some really, really neat products over here because they're doing the same thing that, for example, Mirror Protocol is doing. And by the way, that little one right there, this is the YouTube wallet, guys. This is not my personal wallet. Add some zeros and you're going to get to my personal wallet. But they have some really, really, really neat products down here. If you guys can see some of these things like, Apple, Facebook. What do we got here? We got Google, we got Microsoft. So these are mirrored products or mirrored securities. All right. These are pegged directly to the value of the stock, plus a little extra for, the people that have made this possible. But the value itself is pegged to the stock. So if you look at my portfolio here, you see the Netflix and, yeah, it is absolutely bottomed out for what I had in it. And it's just it was just a few bucks, but I put it in because I wanted to see what would happen. So what Netflix did, that did. And down she went. The only thing that saving grace on that one is that I didn't put in like $100,000, something like that. Just it's Netflix. Everybody knows Netflix. You can invest in these. But guys, look, these are super easy to get into. I don't even know if I have any money in this. I got $2.86 in here. So let's buy a stock. Oh, and AMC has been delisted, by the way. Don't play with that. Let me see if there's anyone that I don't have. How about NVIDIA? So $243. This is precisely how hard it is to get into this. And for you to be on no KYC, you don't even need a bank account. And you can buy NVIDIA stock. So we're going to deposit $2. We're going to confirm it. If the gas fee isn't too high over here, 31 cents. Okay, so we're going to post this and we're going to buy some NVIDIA stock, and we're going to do it right now. The value of this is pegged to NVIDIA, and it's paired with UST. Now, you always know what UST is going to do. There you go, guys. We are now the proud owners of $2 worth of $1 worth of NVIDIA and $1 worth of USD. But you can see it right over here that it shows up in our portfolio, show USD value. And let me see. Oh, there's my Twitter. Twitter's up. That's a fun one. But there's our NVIDIA stock, guys. So you just saw step A to step X, exactly how to buy it, and you're the proud owner of NVIDIA with no KYC. So it's a good DEX. It's fun. There's a lot of neat stocks over here. Even the DEX itself is heavily diversified, all right, because you're getting into mirrored securities, and you can't find these in too many places. So yeah, I'm a big fan. It's for that reason that I own, that I like Apollo. It's for that reason that the rewards that we get from being on this thing are paid out in Apollo. So the same way that Osmo is paid out in Osmo, what you invest in over here is paid out in Apollo. So you collect this as part of, your normal investment. I think the whole thing is really great. I love that there's no locked liquidity. I think the APRs are good, and I think the products are great. So, yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm not telling you to get into it. I'm just telling you that I did. Belle, please carry on.
All right. Microman hit us with a €10 super chat saying, I got 2 single malts today. Have a shot, Belle. You know what, Microman? That sounds like a fantastic idea for after the show.
There
Moving
you
on.
go.
Moving on. Guy with the pink cat. I have 5,000 to play with. What's one way to double it in 3 months?
I couldn't answer that. You know what? Honestly, dude, I wouldn't. I'm not that channel, man. All right, the podcast is not that channel. I trust my own investments. I make regular videos showing you my investments. I don't hide anything, man. I don't sit behind, anonymity or security or stuff like that. You want my money? Crack my Kepler wallet. Go for it. That's why I have no problem doing this, because it actually works out well for me, because if you do crack my Kepler wallet, I get to make a video out of it. So either way, it's going to be a win-win for me. But I show you my investments, man, but I don't tell you how to invest. I wouldn't do it. The amount of egotism that would go into that for me to tell you how to spend your money. I can't even begin to imagine that. And I understand that YouTube is full of it, man. They'll tell you constantly, you put your $5,000 here and you're going to make $5 million. It ain't true, babe. All right. It just ain't true. Those days were 2017, 2018, man, but it's a whole different world now. I couldn't even begin to tell you how to double that or triple that inside of 3 months, unless you were catching me off video and doing what I do, and you might be able to. But even at that, man, there's a lot of risk. So I don't know, and I couldn't tell you what my favorite investment is. I'm not going to get into that either, man. Look, it's not a dodge. It's just I don't want to be responsible for your losses, and this is crypto. All right, people get buried every day. So do your diligence. Take a look at stuff. We show you new products, new stuff that are coming on every day, man. Take a look at them. See if you can see a path forward. And if it looks like it's advantageous to you, go ahead and pile into it. Belle, please carry on.
What we have done before, remember, is that if we don't know what to do with it and we're just holding, just put stuff in Anchor Protocol, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
about
Let me
20%.
show you this real quick. If you have money and you don't know what to do with it, there it is. Go ahead.
20%, $5,000 is what, like $4 a day? I want to say something like
About that. Yeah.
Maybe $4 a day.
Yep.
So $4 a day times 365. You said 3 months, right? So I mean, that's a steady income with no risk, right? So even though we can't tell you what to do with it, if you need a safe investment, you don't know what to do with your money, Anchor Protocol or White Whale are always safe bets for you. You can't lose.
And I will roll money into this constantly. By the way, guys, that's app.whitewhale.money. All you need is a Terra wallet. Put your UST in here. Boom, you deposit it. You're good to go. And when the market gets shaky, when things are looking bad, when Bitcoin is crashing, I assure you, I pull everything out of every bit of liquidity that I can remove. I remove it all. I convert it to UST, and I dump it there in White Whale. I'm collecting 20% while the market is crashing. And we call it the don't come strategy. So anybody who's familiar with craps, and we even did a whole video on this. I didn't do a video, but we did a live stream on this. When we get into the don't come moments, for me personally, I am rooting against all of you. All right. I don't want you to lose money, but I'm not doing anything that you can't do. anything that we have literally showed you step by step how to do. So when it gets bad and I'm nervous and I don't know what to do and this market is getting shaky, I will convert everything to UST. It takes me 5 minutes. I put it in white whale and I wait it out. Now, the lower the market goes, the more the market crashes, the better it is for me. And, as much as we like putting out information, my money is more important to me than yours is. That's all. I don't know you, man. So, yes, I will dump everything there. There's a reason that I've been pushing so heavily into Apollo, because it is instant. I remove the liquidity instantly. I remove it as UST. I save half a swap fee, and I push it straight into White Whale, and I do it all the time. Now, for those who are hunting for their next investment, don't know what to do, never sure, leave it in UST. All right, leave it in UST. You can transfer it from UST to anything. You can get back onto Kepler. You can go into any of the chains that are on there. You can move this anywhere. UST is absolutely wonderful, and you can put it anywhere. So I won't tell you what to invest in, but I will tell you to protect your money, and that's the way that I protect mine. Belle, we are running over time. Do we have more questions?
We do have a few more questions.
All right,
and
we're going to lightning round them, so hit them.
Yep. Well, first, Leanson and Two Brain Cells both at the channel with $10 super chats. And Leanson, thanks for the dessert. Sylvie not sure you'll get to it this stream, but would like to hear some thoughts on the upcoming Osmosis bridge vote.
Oh, that's interesting. I actually tweeted by that. I think it'll go through, and I think it's going to bring value to Osmosis. For the first time in a long time, I'm not pulling every bit of my APRs on. I'm pushing them back into Osmo. I expect good things to happen. This is what I do with my money. I'm not advocating you do it. I'm just saying I think that's going to come through. I think it's going to bring a lot of value. And I've been saying for months that any chain, any DEX, anything that is not multi-chain, that cannot do all of these things, they're going to fall behind. Belle, please carry on.
All right, Min Lee. Wait, so you get APRs on this as well, or is it just like regular stocks?
You get APRs on these as well. I'm sure he was looking at the Netflix. Yeah, about 28% on most of these things, and at least half of that is paid out in Apollo. So I happen to dig that. I think it's really good, and it's a nice hedge against what stocks tend to do. That's me. I'm not advocating. Belle, please carry on.
And two, do we have any idea what the tax implications are on the mirrored securities at Apollo?
Oh, go Emery.
It's a crypto, so crypto tax.
That's it? That's just like that?
Yeah, it's just a crypto. You're not buying the security. You're buying the mirrored version of it. That's all.
Beautiful. Nice and easy. Belle, do we got anything else?
That was the last serious question, although Carnthus, Wind Jackal, it really... You're pinging Emery on this now.
Okay, Emery, I'll ask you. When Jackal?
Soon.
Guys, you are so disappointed me.
Hey, you.
You know what?
You know how many times we've asked.
Hey,
You know how many times we've been asked when in the Discord and the Telegram. Me personally, I don't know if I can answer when anymore. I'm gonna pass out with so many wins. There's so many wins.
Dude, you know what? It speaks well. People are excited for it. The only ones that I've been getting in my email is when airdrop. I'm like, dude, I have no idea, man. Do you think he tells me anything? We're on the show. People are lining up to hear this answer, and he won't give it to me, so you're not going to hear it. However, Patrick, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy in charge, the guy up there, when I said May 15th, he didn't walk away from that. He didn't walk away. He didn't, no, it's impossible. It's too soon. So I think you're in the ballpark there, guys. I'd be looking for this in 3 to 4 weeks, and I think it's going to be going live. Now, I preface this with I think, but I think pretty safe, man, because it seems to be just about in the ballpark. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. If we didn't get to we did get to your question, so yay for us. We're going to continue to bring this, man. Look, you guys have to tell us what you want, all right? We are not doing this show for us. We talk about this all day, every day. This is what we do, and we discuss this stuff all day, every day. Every day, we're bringing the show to you. We want to give you information that you want to hear. I'm not going to tell you what to invest in, man. You can keep needling me. I'm not going to. If you really want to see it, watch my videos. All right, I literally show you the investments that I'm making. I keep nothing. Everything's on the table on this one. The YouTube wallet, everything's on the table. What I do off air, what I do not on video, I'm not going to share that with anybody, man. I'm just not. It is risky. It is dangerous. So I'm never going to advocate for that, but rest assured that I do it. So if you want to develop your own crazy strategy, go for it. This is mine, and I don't want to lose your money. I lose all the time. All right, this is crypto. All I'm trying to do is win 60%. That's all I'm going for. Those 40% hurt, but 60% keeps me profitable, growing, all that other good stuff. So aside from that, guys, tell us what you want, and I promise you we're going to bring it to you. We are running long. Emery, you get 30 seconds, man. Talk it up.
Yeah, sure. I'd actually recognize a couple names in the audience, especially Silvicorp, who's been active on the Jackal Discord, who's gave some pretty good criticism and comments and questions on the project, the econ and all that stuff. So we have a very active audience, and especially on the Jackal Discord, coming to the podcast and the other way around. So thank you for everything that you've been able to question us on, everything you've been able to comment on. It's been really, really good. We've been working hard to make sure that we're as transparent as possible, and it's coming along so far, which is really good. The new and improved econ paper is out. We fixed a couple errors. We made it tidy. We made it really nice. It's now in a really nice printed document. So please go on the Jackal Discord to find that new econ paper. And for those of you who want to know how much your airdrop was, we do have a solid formula out there. So please use it. And if you have any questions, you know how to reach me. I have a new email address now. Scott gave me one.
Yeah, I didn't put it on the screen yet, but Emery is Emery at thepodcast.com, EMORY at thepodcast.com. He's the tax guy, questions. He's the Jackal Econ guy, anything like that, man, send it to him. If you send it to me, I'm just going to forward it because I don't know what the hell's going on over there. He doesn't tell me anything. I'm sorry, babe. Finish it up.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you for supporting Jackal. If you did, you know, I'm in multiple places, so you can find me here on the podcast, in the Podocast Discord, and in the Jackal Discord. So
excellent.
That's it for me.
All right, Belle, take us out of here.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as always, we do appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in and listening to us talk about crypto for an hour. And again, we also seriously appreciate the great questions that each and every one of you ask. We could not do this without you. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, feel free to drop the team an email. Again, you know, Emery at thepodcast.com, Scott at thepodcast.com, or Bella at thepodcast.com, and we will be happy to take a look and answer to the best of our abilities. Now, with that being said, we are going to be back on Saturday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make a note of this, Leanson. Again,
and we are going to be. Here on
hey,
time.
Leanson was on time today, so I can't critique him too hard. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, again, we do thank you guys, and we will see you next time.
Take care, guys. We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.